I'm Jennifer from the zoo's education department, and today at the zoo I'm with Bob Baskins from Bob's Bee Relocation. And today he's out at the zoo helping us to fulfill our mission of protecting wild animals in wild places. Today specifically, we're protecting honeybees. And Bob, why is it important to protect honeybees?
Well, honeybees are important because they account for roughly a third of the world's agricultural production. And that's not to mention the general biodiversity and plant life that they help to support.
And why do bees need our help? What's going on?
Well, the funny thing is, in a world without humans, honeybees don't need our help. They're kind of an evolutionary winner. They're on 6 out of the 7 continents. The issue is that some of the methods that we use in our food production process has been unhelpful to the world's pollinators. One of the issues that we pose for the honeybee is that with our agricultural production processes, you have a lot of what would normally be like native prairie with large biodiversity is monocrop agriculture. Add to that in order to support that, some of those agricultural crops are not pollinated friendly. Some of them require extensive use of pesticide, which obviously pesticide is anti-insect material. And then add to that the regular evolutionary stressors that everything faces. So they have disease, they have parasites, and they've got some particularly bad ones right now. All of that combined, and then you have in urban areas, extermination is common practice, and it's certainly not helping them even when they succeed at combating all those other stressors.
And so how do your boxes assist bees or help bees?
So my boxes are one piece of the puzzle, but they're a very important piece of the puzzle in public areas with a lot of foot traffic or high liability areas, so essentially urban areas, because they provide a highly attractive home site environment for the honeybee, so that instead of moving into a tree in your yard or the eave of your roof or into an elephant enclosure, places that you don't want bees, they move into these attractive home sites and can be easily relocated alive out to somewhere where they'd be more appreciated, namely like a farm or another rural area.
And today Bob is out installing 7 of the 12 boxes that'll be around Reid Park Zoo. Now most of them are going to be behind the scenes in places that are going to be most attractive for the bees to go to. But we do have a pollinator garden we're starting, and we will have a demonstration bee box in there for you to take a look at. So by installing these bee boxes, we're ensuring the safety of the honeybees, but also the safety of our guests and staff. And Bob, what are some things if people do see a swarm around their house, or how can they identify a swarm and know when to make necessary precautions in order to protect themselves and also the honeybees?
So if you see bee activity, call a professional out, especially if they're going in and out of a hole in some sort of structure. So they're going into a cavity, then you probably have a bee hive, not a bee swarm. The more complicated answer is that a bee swarm, known as a bivouac swarm, is that ball that you see on the outside of structures, generally trees or maybe the eave of a home. And that's a swarm in progress. They're actually searching for a new home. Those bees, give them their space, and they're not going to have any reason to become defensive. Their main priority at that point is to find that new home. If they are going in and out of a cavity, you have to be even more cautious because they perceive the inside of that cavity as their home already, and they will defend it. They've got their babies in there, their brood. They have their honey, which is one of their most important resources, their pollen, even the wax. Wax is a very expensive resource to them. So, and without that home and all the resources that it represents, they'll die. So they're highly defensive of those homes. If you do see that sort of activity, you can call an expert. I would recommend the Southern Arizona Beekeeping Association website, which keeps a list compiled of people in the area who are willing to relocate the honeybees live.
All right, well, thank you, Bob, very much for being here with us today. And we want to thank all of you for watching and helping Reid Park Zoo to protect wildlife and wild places. And you can find out more about what you can do at home for honeybees by visiting our zoo website, reidparkzoo.org. Thanks for watching.